In this video, we're going to see how to access OSU's virtual spaces, navigate them, and work within them. The first thing that you need to do is open up a browser of your choice. I'm using the Google Chrome browser. You can use whichever browser you're most comfortable using. Then type in on the address bar www.okstatedesign.com/VOSU, as in virtual OSU. VOSU, and press enter. It'll take you to a web page, and on one side you have the tutorials to access different functions of the this website, the virtual spaces. Then you have a couple of different spaces that you can use. If you need more help, you can email us. If you click on this arrow, it'll take you to the section where we have the different spaces. We have already created a couple of spaces that you can use: the main lobby, the great hall, a couple of meeting spaces that's available, and you can also customize a meeting space to fit your needs as well. So I'm going to go and click on the great hall, and it'll open up Mozilla Hubs. Depending on your connection, it might take a couple of seconds to load the space. Shouldn't take that long. It's quite light in terms of the heaviness of the file, and it'll take you to the great hall. And you can use your computer. If you have an Oculus Quest headset, a virtual reality headset, you can use that as well. I'm gonna just click enter room, and it's gonna ask you to customize your avatar. I'm gonna rename this as Talanka. It makes things easier if you name your avatar. And you can also customize or browse avatars as well, and choose an avatar of your liking. I can choose to be, let's choose this guy, Quantum Fox, and I'm gonna accept, and then I'm in the space, and it's gonna ask me what device are you using. I'm using just a computer, just a PC, so I can enter on screen. Or if you're using an Oculus headset, you can click on this button, which will help you enter the space using a virtual reality headset. So enter on screen, and it's going to ask me to provide access to my mic. And if you click on this button, it's going to pop up a message. I'm going to say love, and it's saying that I can mute my mic once I'm in the space as well. So next, I can test my mic. As you can see, the mic's working, and if you click, you will hear a ding that tells you that your speakers are working and your sound setup is good. And I'm just gonna say enter now, and I'm inside the space. So this is our great hall, and you can navigate within the space. You can look around the space. If you press your left mouse button and move your mouse around, you can look up, look down, move your mouse. And on the keyboard, if you use the WASD keys, you can navigate the space. So you can use both together, so the mouse as well as the WASD keys. As you can see on the screen, I have the keyboard showing what buttons I'm pressing. So you can navigate, you can move around, go back to where you came from. So that's the great hall, and you can meet and talk with other people in this space. If you use your left mouse button, if you click on the left mouse button, it'll show you a green color line and a projectile and a circle. This allows you to, rather than moving using the keyboard keys or the mouse button, this allows you to teleport to different locations. So if I click and release my mouse button now, it'll take me to different space or different section of the space. So in order to teleport, all you need to do is click your left mouse button. It'll show you where you are going to end up with the green colored circle. And once you find or figure out a space that you want to move to, just release the mouse button and you're there. So here's a video screen, and there might be different objects in the space when you enter the space, and you can manipulate these objects as well. So in the video, if you move your mouse over the video, you can reduce the volume, you can increase the volume.
I have reason to hope.
You can pause the video if you want to. You can go back, and you can do other things as well. Well, I've disabled moving this this particular video in this case, but I took a photograph of this video, and you can manipulate these objects like so. And I'm gonna move here. There are other things in this interface that you might have noticed already. Now you have, if you move your mouse over to this button here, which shows you an icon which looks like a TV screen, it says share screen. So like in Zoom, you can share your screen with anybody who's in that space. So if I click on that, it's gonna ask me which screen do you want to share. I have two screens here. I can share this screen and say share. It's going to open up a share screen. So as you can see, whenever I move, my screen is shown here. So you can share your screen in this environment, and you can also manipulate the screen. You can press your space bar on your keyboard, and it'll show you how to move things around. You can delete it if you wanted to, so I can delete it. Then the other button that's underneath the share screen button is the share camera. So if you have your webcam on, you can share your screen like what you would do in Zoom. So this is your webcam. Right now my webcam is disabled, so you can't really see me, but if you have your webcam enabled, you should be able to see yourself using that function. And you can have multiple people sharing cameras. The only issue is that once you have more cameras in the space, it's going to get a little bit slower. But other than that, it's fine. And if you want to delete your camera, all you need to do is hover over the camera or any object that you bring in, press your space bar, and click on the trash can icon. It goes away. Then you can mute yourself. If you want to mute yourself, like in Zoom, you can mute yourself. And you can also create things within the space. So if you click on this, it will take you to a web page where you can bring in stuff, 3D models and whatever you want really. So if I wanted let's say a cat, a low poly cat, I can bring that. I can bring in a Pikachu, so let's do that. I'm going to click on that, and it's going to bring in a Pikachu into the Great Hall. I can put that guy there. And if you really don't want Pikachu, oops, where did Pikachu go? If you don't want Pikachu in the space, all you do is hover over Pikachu, hover your mouse over Pikachu, press your space bar and click on the trash can icon. It goes away. So that's how easy it is to bring in objects, create objects within space. You can collaborate on designs and such using this create button. My pen is disabled for some reason. I'm not 100% sure, but using the pen you can draw, and in a later video we'll also see how this can be used to collaborate within a space, this particular tool. If you click on the pen tool, you'll be able to draw on the space itself. Then the camera icon, what it does is basically takes a selfie. So let's take a selfie. I'm going to click on the camera button, and as you can see, this is my avatar. I can't remember what it was called, but it's quite big. And if you click on the camera icon here, it's gonna take a selfie. Let's position myself a little bit so that I can see the space. And click on the camera, 3, 2, 1, and snap. And it took a picture. So this is the picture that I have. I can click on it, it'll open up, and I can save it if I wanted to save image as if I wanted to save that image. So I'm going to click that, and I can also, again, like anything here, if you want to delete something, you just press on the spacebar, click on the trash can icon, and it goes away. Here we are. So those are the basic functionalities of Mozilla Hubs and the virtual space at OSU. You can also see how many people there are in the space. If you look at this corner here, it shows you how many people there are. This shows you how many objects there are. There are 2 objects in this space. So whenever you start adding more models, like let's say bringing a cat, this turns into 3. So you know how many models are there in the space. More models means it's gonna get a little bit slower as you add more and more models. So that's the basic tutorial on how to use Mozilla Hubs and the virtual space at OSU. In the next video we will see how to collaborate with another person within the space together and talk and use the video conferencing, as well as use other tools that weren't available in this particular video.